Chair recognizes Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor. And, I want to thank the administration, Councilmember Gonzalez's office, and City Legal for working with us to improve this ordinance. I would like to make a motion to withdraw my previous amendment and offer a substitute that's been handed out to council. And I think that these amendments will ensure that we have a very strong ordinance. The amendments are pretty much very similar to what was passed out. We did clean up some of that language and made it a little bit more conducive to allowing the inspections. And so I do appreciate the administration's willingness to work with us on this, and Councilmember Gonzalez's work on this very important issue to District I and citywide. Thank you, Mayor.
And you have passed out, it doesn't have your name on it, but you passed out an item to the council members referencing the substitute to the amendment previously offered. So discussion is now on the substitute. Correct, Councilmember?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to thank Councilmember Rodriguez for his efforts and obviously making this even stronger, and the work of his team and his Chief of Staff, Gracie Garces, and others for working with us as well, with the stakeholders that came together to review the amendments, and there were some revisions, but definitely made it stronger, and just making sure that we continue to protect the most vulnerable individuals out there. So I appreciate everyone's effort on this, and this has really gone a long way, and appreciate this addition as well. So thank you, Councilman.
Councilmember Ray.
I was struck last week with how many of these amendment items seem to be fire related. So it's clear to me that who had some input here. And I want to thank everyone who was part of this, the stakeholders and colleagues that added to it, like Councilmember Rodriguez. But I particularly want one more time I thank Councilmember Gonzalez for getting the weeds with things that people don't pay attention to, and doing the hard work needed to get consensus when there are a lot of players. That's never easy, and it's very important, and it takes time and effort and work, and it takes staff. So everyone that is involved with this, the staff and everyone else, we appreciate all of you. Thank you. Councilmember Burks.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank Councilmember Rodriguez for this amendments. They're outstanding. My concern is making sure we enforce them, because right now we don't know where all the homes are. And so I would really, Mayor, like us to make sure we get everything in line together and put teeth into it and chew on them when they mess up. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Adams.
Thank you, Mayor. To Councilmember Rodriguez as well as Gonzalez, thank you, and Mayor, thank you so much for your support as well. Again, I said on yesterday why I believe that this ordinance is so very, very important is because I know everyone saw the news recently about the three gentlemen that were in the halfway house or boarding home, whatever you want to call it, and was living in deplorable conditions. And this one example, and then another one just on the news last night, is that an elderly person was left in the van outside of their boarding home, and now they're in the hospital right now with critical condition. So this is so important to Houston. And so thank you, Councilmember Gonzalez. Sometimes we create things but don't see ahead. And now, since we're trying to be proactive in what we're doing, just because of the incidences that have occurred since last week and just on yesterday, hopefully we can cut down on those agencies that are doing those bad jobs and not taking care of those individuals that are in these homes. So again, this is why we do things like this. And Councilmember Gonzalez, I know with your patrolling in the community prior to being elected that you have always had a concern about those individuals. I know you patrolled District D back in the day. And so we know that this has always been an issue. So this makes it more important that we pass rules on our books and enforcement, like Councilmember Bird stated, because to protect those individuals, and this is one of the reasons why I believe we need to do this, just because of incidents that have occurred just within the last 7 days. So again, thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for seeing the other need with the amendment, as well as Councilmember Gonzalez for your passion, and the stakeholders who work really, really hard, and the police officers that continue to work really, really hard to go out there and get these culprits. So again, thank you, Councilmember Gonzalez.
Vice Mayor Pro Tem Bradley.
This has been
Thank you, Mayor. Just to say, this is a really good adjustment to the proposed ordinance. Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez and Gonzalez, for moving this forward. Also, Chief Hartmeyer came in and did a presentation. Thanks, Tim, for your work, and I see Doug Anders sitting in the audience. Thank you, Doug, for your work. Officer Anders has developed a particular niche in looking at multi-unit living facilities and developing kind of state-of-the-art strategies to move us forward to help protect those strategies. And I want to just especially say thanks to the officers who still work to kind of proactively bring forth policies, legislation that will allow us to improve the quality of life in our community out there. So thank you again for Chief Hartmeyer and Officer Doug Andrews for the work they did on this project as well. Thank you, Mayor.
Further discussion, moving to a vote on the substitute amendment for us. Favoring, opposed, motion carries.
And